Background is very important in every design project. Tunji again from Ceasar Graphics. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my how to use background series. In this tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to create a storytelling background. I'm going to be showing you guys part of my tricks on how I use Photoshop to create a storytelling background. So sit back, relax, and keep watching. All right. So if you need the exercise file, simply make use of the link in the description section of this video. I'm going to make my width 800, height is going to be 800, resolution is going to be 72, color mode is going to be RGB. So I'm using this frame size with the settings here because this project is going to be posted on social media. All right. So I'm going to click on the create button now and I'll go straight to where I have my exercise file. So I'm going to drag that and drop here. All right. So I decided to pick this particular image because of this soft wrinkled effect on it. So I'm going to drag this and drop here. All right. And I'm going to move this right here. Now, the reason why I'm using this, I'm trying to use this illustration here is because of the message behind the project. Before you create any background on your project, it's advisable that you know the message, because the message is what is going to inspire the background and the illustration you're going to use on the project. Okay, so I'm going to select the brush tool now and I'm going to increase my brush size. Now, don't forget, remember to add a layer mask to the image. All right, and make sure your foreground is set to black, which is the opposite color of the layer mask. All right, so I'm going to go to my brush settings here. All right, now if you can't find your brush settings, you can hit F5 on your keyboard and you're going to see it appear on your screen. All right, so then I'm going to select the soft round brush and I'm going to check transfer. Now I'm using a graphics tablet and that's why my transfer is checked. All right, so under my transfer here, I'm going to change my control here to pen pressure. Okay, so for those of you that don't have a graphics tablet, you can turn your flow down to 11 and you're still going to achieve the same move I'm about to make here now. Smooth should be 0. All right, so the idea of making all these moves is for you to be able to control the strength of your brush. All right, then I'm going to fade this like that. All right, then I'm going to shift select the two layers. All right, and I'm going to activate free transform and just scale this down like that and hide this. Then I'm going to stamp visible the project by holding down Ctrl Shift Alt and E. All right, and I'm going to activate free transform and I'm going to move this to this side. Okay, you know what, guys, let's just move this here and right click and say rotate, or just flip it horizontal. Let's flip it horizontal and I'm going to position this here and I'm going to add a layer mask again. Select the brush tool and I'm going to fade this in like I did previously. I can just extend this here, you know, like that. Yeah, this is good. Okay, so because of the title of the message, I'm going to be doing some effect here to pass the message correctly. So I'm going to go to my exercise file again and I'm going to drag this and drop here exercise files. All right, then I'm going to draw a marquee shape right here. All right, then I'm going to hit Ctrl J to cut this out. Then I'll take this to my project like that. All right, then I'm gonna so let's just split this. So I'm gonna select the lasso tool again. I'm gonna zoom in and just draw a lasso shape like that. So I'm gonna hold on shift and then just close this like that. Then I'm gonna hit Control Shift and J to cut this out from, you know, the layer like that. And I'm going to do the same thing here by just cutting this side out like that and hit the backspace on my keyboard and hit Control D to take away the marquee. All right, then I'm going to make this visible. Then I'm going to activate free transform and just push this in like so. All right, this should be close to this, you know, like that. All right, Then for this, I'm going to activate the free transform, right click and say warp. Then I'm going to move this in like that. All right. Yeah. Then I'm going to select the enter key. So then I'm going to put everything here in a group by shift selecting the two layers, and I'm going to hit Control G. Then we are going to fade. In fact, before we do the fading, let's give our layer name. So I'm going to call this tier. All right. And I'm going to activate black and white adjustments like that. And I'm going to select the clip icon because I only want this to affect the tier image here. All right. So I'm going to move yellow up like that and push red down. Okay. Like so. Then I'm going to select the tier of layer again and select levels. And this time I'm going to just, push this up and move this down like that. Okay, good. So then I'm going to select the tear off layer and add a layer mask to this. Select the brush tool. And this time we are going to fade this in. Now make sure your brush setting is still on the same brush setting that we use when we were blending the background. All right, so I'm going to just fade this out like that. So I'm going to be very fast with this. So when you're doing this, please don't forget you're going to be playing with the size of your brush. All right. Now avoid applying the brush to this tier of part of the image, because when you do that, you're going to destroy what we're trying to achieve here. Okay. So I'm going to just fade this out. Like that. All right, good. So then I'm going to activate the free transform and just rotate this way. All right, and we can move this to somewhere here like that and make it a bit smaller like so. Okay, you can do this, make it a bit smaller. Or let's just activate the free transform. That's way too small, so I'm going to make it a bit smaller and just move this here, like that. This is good. All right, then the other thing I want to do again is to go back to the exercise file again and drag this image here and drop here like so. And I'm going to fill this side with white and also fill this side here with white. All right, so I'm going to hit Control D and I'm going to make a copy of this. So I'm using Photoshop CC 2023. All right, so under the property tab here, I'm going to see this button that says select subject. So I'm going to click on the select object button here so Photoshop can select the object for me. All right, then I'm going to make a copy of this by hitting Control and J like that. So I'm going to hide everything here. I'll make a copy of this. All right, make a copy of the layer, hide this, and I'm going to create a new layer and I'm going to fill the layer with my background color, which is Control Backspace. All right, then select this side here by hitting Control and J again. So I'm going to hide this. All right, so I'm going to zoom in because I really want this side to be more curvy. So I'll do the same move here, make it curvy like that. All right, then I'm going to hold down Control and click on the thumbnail of the layer, and I'm going to create a new layer and call this layer shadow. And then I'm going to fill this layer with my foreground color, which is Alt and Backspace like that. So I'm filling the layer with black and I'm going to hit Control D to take out the marquee, and I'm going to select the brush tool, or you know what, let's just use the eraser tool here because I'm thinking I want to take out this side, this side of the layer or the fill part of that layer. All right, then I'm going to go to filter here, select blur and select Gaussian blur. All right. Then I'm going to leave my blur strength to be 1.0. So I'm going to select the OK button and I'm going to select the move tool and just move this down a bit. Then the opacity now need to go down a bit like that. All right. Okay. So then I'll make a copy of the shadow again. And this time I'm going to just move this down a bit and move the opacity down like that. All right. Yeah, this is good. So then I'm going to put everything here in a group and call this stitch. All right, like that. Then I'm going to drag this and drop on my project like that. So this should be above this. All right, and I'm going to clip this. Okay, like that. All right, then convert this to a smart object. I'm going to activate the free transform, scale this down and rotate it this way. And we are going to position this somewhere here. All right, then I'm going to add a layer mask. Then under my brush setting here, make sure you're on the brush tool. Under my brush setting, all right, I'm going to use a hard brush as my brush tip. And I'm going to scale this down. All right, then we are going to take this out like that. So we're going to do the same thing here. Okay, now when you're doing this, remember to turn your transfer off and make sure your flow is set to 100. All right. So then I'm going to, now the reason why we're doing that is because we don't want to have that faded, part on our thread. All right. So I'm going to rotate this way. All right. Then I'm going to make a copy of this by hitting Ctrl J and I'll position this here like that. Make a copy, shift select the two layers again, hit Ctrl J, move this down like that, Ctrl J, down. Good. So everything they need to be in group like that. All right. Yes. So this. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is to drag and drop our Illustrator file into the project. So I'm going to drag that and drop here. All right. So I have this option here. And the only thing I'm going to do is to just say, okay. All right. Then I'm going to zoom out. Okay. And let's just zoom out like that and make this real big. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to hit the enter key and I'll change my blend mode here to multiply. All right. We're going to change it to multiply and I'm going to activate the free transform like that. And I'm going to make this real small. All right. Let's just make it a bit smaller. And I'm going to hold on shift and just push this up like that because I really want the hat ink to be a bit wider like that. So we're going to position this here like so. All right. So we need to take out the free picks logo with the text here. So I'm going to add, I'm going to draw a marquee shape right there. I'm going to draw a marquee around, the selected area. All right. Then I'm going to add a layer mask to this. So the tier of effect need to go up. Sorry. We need to put this in a group. So I'm going to shift select the layers and hit Ctrl G. All right. Then I'm going to move this up here. All right. This is beautiful. All right. Then I'm going to blend it this by double clicking on the layer. All right. Of the hat ink. I want us to see the tear off effect that we have, on the cloth. All right. So I'm going to move this from this side here down like that. All right. I'm going to hold on Alt and split the slider, move this to this side and move this down to this side. Beautiful. All right. So I'm going to hit the OK button. All right. So before I start placing my text, all right, there's something I just remember that I need to do here. So I'm going to open the stitch folder. So let's just call this stitch. All right, then I'll make a copy of this by hitting Ctrl J because the tear off effect is too inside the hard ink, and we can hardly see it. So we need to really make this look super real. So I'm going to move this up here like that, and I'm going to add hue saturation, and I'm going to select the clip icon and down the saturation a bit like that. All right, then I'm going to boost the brightness. All right, so I'm going to increase the lightness like so, because we really need to see that stitch on the on the project. All right, so I'm going to move this and like so, and I think this is better compared to what we had before. So yeah, I'm going to start placing my text down, and when I'm done, I'm going to show you guys how I put everything together. All right, so I'm done placing the text, and I'm going to quickly show you guys how I placed my text and why. All right, so because I really want people to find it easy to see the title, so I decided to place the title on the hat ink. And to make the unity more balanced, I decided to place the name of the guest ministers on the the ink hat, and also draw an arrow pointing at the ministers so my viewers know what exactly is behind the title. So whenever you're creating your background, please draw out where you want every of your information to be placed before arranging or playing with your background. All right, so the last thing I did here that made the project look more uniform is the applying of the color on the heart shape on the face of the character, like the color on the heart shape. I applied it to the color of the guest ministers, and that's really helped the success of this project. All right, so yeah, so that's it. I'm sure you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have not subscribed, remember to hit the subscribe button, and remember to click the post notification bell so you get notified when I post my tutorials. Hit the thumbs up button if you love this video, and please share this video with other creatives, which is one of the ways you can support this channel. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.